ठीक है. Namaskar and welcome back to another episode of Unlocking Stars with Abhishek, a series of Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra. So this series we are doing under the aegis of International Vedic Astrological Research Center. And in the previous episode, we have started with the avasthas of planets, and we were doing SayanAadi Avastha of Sun. Today, we will be discussing about different SayanAadi Avasthas of Moon. So, to have a better insight on these avasthas, we have with us our astro expert, Abhishek. Welcome, Abhishek.
Thank you.
So, please enlighten us on different avasthas of Moon.
Thank you very much. Enlightenment and the revelation, blessings is directly coming from Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara. We are just a carrier, just conveying what message Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara delivered 2,500 years ago to Maitre, his beloved student. It's a great pride and pleasure to do commentary on these mystical, divine verses of Mahavishnu Puran, which we called Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. We are in the last chapter, basically, when Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara is revealing how to check the static promises in the chart. After this Graha Avastha Adhyay, he will start Dasa Adhyay, the dynamic part of the Hora he will start. And Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara almost, every time, whenever he get chance, he instructed Maitre, he cautioned Maitre, Grahavastha is one of the most important parameter, and you have to be very careful about that one. That's why he is revealing different types of Graha Avastha. And now, in the last episode, we just finished with Sure SayanAadi Avastha. As you said, this episode is dedicated for understanding how Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara is revealing about the SayanAadi Avastha of moon. Moon is the mind. Moon got a lot of significations. Mantreswar Maharaj, our beloved, respected Acharya, he gave a lot of emphasis on moon, and he said, all the balas, anywhere you are seeing, that is a reflection of moon only. That important moon, the SayanAadi Avastha of that important moon is the agenda of today's episode. So let's bow down in the lotus feet of Mahadev, Mahaguru, Adi Guru, Guru of the Guru. And he is the only source of the Gyan Parampara. Let's bow down in his lotus feet as usual. Then we will go and immerse in the Parashari verses, which is directly coming from Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar for Maitre, for us. Let's come. यस्य उन्मेष निमेषाभ्याम् जगतः प्रलयोदयोः तं शक्ति चक्र विभं प्रभवं शंकरमस्तु महा. जय गुरुदेव. हर हर महादेव. हर महादेव. So that is the good start. Get blessings from Mahadev and then enter into these verses. He dedicated 12 verses for Moon SayanAadi Avastha. Each verse, one verse for one Avastha. So starting from the first Avastha, Sayan Avastha, and then the last 12th verse dedicated for the Nindra Avastha of the moon. So let's imagine the verse. Parasaruvacha Januha Kale Chapanathe Sayanam Vedupagagate Mani Sit Pradhanascha Tami Vityavinasaka. So when sun is sleeping, Here, sleeping is not appropriate translation basically. So we should go by the Sayan Avastha only. Otherwise, that will make, making no sense actually. Because then how you will translate the 12th Avastha, the Nidra? That's why I feel that when that's my experience, Sanskrit is very rich language. So SayanAadi Avastha, when moon is sleeping, you are checking a chart for any native. You know how to identify, how to check these avasthas. And moon is sleeping. So overall promises, you know the how promises work. Promises, then dasa syndrome, then transit, then a lot of things you have to superimpose. That's why it's not easy cakewalk, Falades. That's why Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar declared the Phal Kathan Adhikari statement. Anyone cannot do prediction. That is truth. So overall promise is coming when moon is sleeping. So Jatak is Mani, having pride, the good thing, Mani. And Mridu Subhav, so he got a soft nature. He got a soft nature. And Kami also some sort of lustfulness, the intrinsic nature of the moon characteristics is coming in. But the Vitta Vinasakaha, so he will destroy his wealth. So he will, spend his money on, wrong deeds maybe or unnecessary. It's a wasteful expenditure of finances, of wealth that is on the plate. If moon is like that, if moon is sleeping, that's sayana avasthas. That is the thing. So moon is sleeping. So how you can rate that one? Because here kami is coming, here wasteful expenditure is coming, here pride is coming, the swaviman, self-esteem is coming, and soft nature is coming from moon. So both the mixed sort of thing is coming here. Let's go
And the
now.
nature will not be very active, like Vedu Pagate. So nature will not be very active that way.
Not very active, because he is just, that avastha, when we are dealing with that avastha, he is feeling drowsy, so very drowsy. So how can you expect a drowsy person to be very active? So that is also there. Now in 53 verse, he is revealing, Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar is revealing about the moon's condition when avastha is Upavesan Avastha. Upavesan Avastha, he just sitting on the bed only. Just wake up. Moon just wake. Rogar dito mand matirvi sesana dite nahino manujaha kathora अकार्या हारी परवीत हारी खपा करे हेदु पवेशन अवस्थे cha indu. Here the it's in this like a anuswar is there, but that's a miss. The cha indu, so he's talking about the indu is in the moon, is in the upvesan avastha. Then what is happening? What can happen? Here Maharshi is talking about the might. It happen, because promises are being under a scanner. So he's talking about the promises. Rogar, so he is starting with the rogue, starting with the disease. So maybe rogue pirit, there is a possibility of having rogue disease, sickness. Mand buddhi, so dull mind, so not very intellectual mind. And mand, and then mat vit also, so dhan also, so dhanheen also. So buddhiheen and dhanheen, lack of wealth, lack of intellect. And lack of intellect and lack of wealth making this native kathor also, rude also, kathor also. He can be a, akarehari. Akarehari means he is doing wrong deeds, because no one can live without doing anything. Akarehari, very tricky word. It means wrong.
Akarekari.
Akarekari. Akarekari. So how can you live in this world without doing anything? It means you are doing something which is not supposed to do.
But that will be possible if you see par with hari. You can be doing, you can live without doing anything if you steal others' money.
Now, par with
That is
hari, it means that he's a thief, because there is a possibility of thief nature, so that is coming. But Bhagwan, when explaining in the second chapter of Gita, Krishna, when he is putting forward the theory of karma there, very beautifully, very nicely, he was the greatest of the great teacher, the Jagat Guru. So he said the same thing. No one can live in this world without doing anything. That's why I'm giving you the karma yoga. That's why I'm giving you the karma yoga. So Mahaguru Maharishi Parashara is using this word. Mahaguru Maharishi Parashara is a great, he is the greatest of the great, enlightened soul. He is using akarehari. Akarehari. So you have to go inside that's why I'm telling all the time, like immerse in the verse. So immerse in the verse, because there are three meanings. The first, the gross level. To go down to the gross level only, from the Sanskrit to Hindi, Sanskrit to English is the gross level. Then go more. Then you can understand the literal meanings will come. The little bit of astrology you can get it there. Then you go more the subtlest level, then revelation is coming. That's why we need Guru. That is the thing. Up to the meaning level and further level, one can go. But the highest, subtlest level, you need a guru. That's why Mahaguru Maharishi Parashara declared that one. Hora, Shastra, Shruti, Samaha. That is one of the qualifications. So this is moon. This is moon in Upavesan Avastha. So any question on the character of the moon? How moon's behavior is changing? You have any questions?
So in this case, in the second case, he will be doing all kinds of wrong deeds also. Like if he's not doing anything, so and stealing others' money also. So that means he's doing all kinds of wrong deeds.
Upavesan Avastha is nothing good in Upavesan Avastha. Upavesan Avastha is completely, negative significations is coming in. He is a sick person. He is devoid of intellect. He is devoid of wealth. He is a very rude person, no manner at all. He is doing bad deeds. He is stealing money. So it's a completely, so promises are not very good. So we have to not give the falades only seeing one condition, one avastha of one planet. The other significations will come up and modify. That is the beauty of this Shastra. That will come. And always we should try to see the, uha pohopatu, the different angles. This is an avastha is one of the angle. Other avasthas also. You have to check simultaneously. A lot of, dots we have to join. Software can do better. Even AI powered engines can do better. But the blessings part, they are missing because they are machine. So that is in this science, because it's a divine science. Let's come in next avastha, Netrapani avastha. Now moon is going, now on the bed, now going outside and getting, putting water on his, eyes, fresh maybe, just personifying, just feeling moon is behaving like that. That is the teaching style of our gurus, our rishis. Let's come. नेत्रपानौ छपानाथे महारोगी नरो भवे अनल्प जल्प को धूर्तः कुकर्म निरतः सदा. Here he is using kukarm, and in the previous verse he used akarm. The beauty of his and the capacity stature of his Krita Sabda Shastra Krita Samaha, that is the coming in. So Netrapani Avastha is a Maharogi. He's a very, very much sick. And he's a Maharogi, and the meaning Analpa Jalpako, it means unnecessary talkative. A person who is talking a lot and he is talking like a sit. He is talking, there is no meaning what he is talking. So that is the best translation we can do. That is the best translation we can do for this one. And he's a dhurt. He's a crook, dhurt person, crook person, and kukarmi. That is the confirm he is doing bad deeds. Kukarma niratah sada. He is doing bad deeds always. So there is a focus on these bad deeds. In the previous verse, there is a akarekari parvrittahari. The focus on he is doing this sort of like stealing money because he doesn't have any dhan. But here he is more negative, very negative. That is the Netrapani Avastha of the moon. So that's also not very good. Promises are not very good. Now, Guru Maharshi Parashara taking us for the next Avastha. That is the Prakash Avastha. That is the coming in through the verse number 55. So, by the recitation and commentary on these verses, we are not only understanding the Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. This is an opportunity to understand how Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara is playing with the words and how you can read his minds, because book reading is an appointment with the author, basically. So that's why I'm saying it's a Jnana Yajna. So let's imagine the verse 55 first. Yada Raka Nathe. Yeah, Raka Nathe, the moon. And before he was using her moon, Chapa Nathe, all the time. Chapa Nathe. Yeah, Raka Nathe. Yada Raka Nathe Gatavati Vikasam Cha Janane. Vikasaha sansare bimala guna rake rase savani pata navvasa mala yatyat karitura laga lachmaya paribrita vibhusa yosa viha sukham anudinam gamanam. So very good. Beautiful things are coming in now. Gaman Avastha. We know how moon is behaving. Now his face and now he's going now. So Gaman Avastha. So, but there is a Gaman Avastha. He is talking. Gaman Avastha.
We were doing
Prakash,
Prakash Avastha. You have to discuss.
Prakash Avastha we did? Or we haven't? We haven't
No,
did.
no. You have just read the verse and you were supposed to explain
Okay,
it.
okay. So I'm missing that Prakash Avastha. So first do Prakash and then go. Okay, I will not jump. So Prakash Avastha, Nati will get, now moon is Prakashit in a Prakash Avastha. So that's auspicious Avastha, no doubt about it. That is a promise for the fame, promise for the getting benefit, getting wealth, getting honor from the king. And that Avastha is promising like vehicles. Mahaguru is talking about the elephants and horses and other things. But in the modern context, it's like vehicles, wealth, clothes, and even istri also he is saying. And the native is good doer, so he will go to the pilgrimage, and that is the symbol of doing good things. So that is the Prakash Avastha. That is Prakash Avastha. In a, that is coming in. So it's a Prakash Avastha. So 55 is a Prakash Avastha. So anything Prakash Avastha is good
So it
one.
is good. Prakash Avastha is quite good.
Quite
So
good. Hmm. Moon is Prakashit now. So moon is Prakashit. So it's a good one. Now Gaman Avastha. The verse 56. सीते तरे पाप रतो निशा करे विशेषतः क्रूर तरो नरो भवे सदा चित्त रोगैः परिपीड्यमानो बलम पक्षे गमने भयातुरः. Now the phases of the moon is invoking, because you know the waxing and waning moon, how tricky they are. When civilization starts, and if it is west or east, it doesn't matter. But moon and sun and other stars, night sky are very, our ancestors are very curious about that, and what is happening and how, and then start observing them. And then mathematical model came up, and then the astrology come. So how old astrology is? Astrology is as old as we are, and the moon and sun, they are clocks. So observing the phases of the moon is a very, very interesting. There are a lot of researches on stargazing. If there are so many clubs like stargazing clubs, and stargazing how affect the behavior and the psyche of a person. That is also research. Although we are into that one, we are just trying to understand the at IVARC, try to understand this divine science revealed and blessed by rishis and gurus in the context of the modern astronomy and the modern physics. That is the thing. So here that flavor is coming in. If Krishna Paksh, so we know the Shukla Paksh and Krishna Paksh, the bright half and the dark half. So bright, if dark half is there, if moon is in the dark half, so how that will impact, and this avastha is there, this gaman avastha is there, then that person is the chances of, there is a promise of being a cruel, and there is a chances of having the eyesight problem. And if Sukri Paksh is there, if bright half is there and Gavan Avastha is there, then he will be Bhayatur. So there is a fear in him. Gamane Bala Balaksh Bala Pakshe Balalaksh Pakshe Gamane Bhayaturah. So he's a so in that case, in that phase, Gaman Avastha is there, then he will feel some psychological, something, some disorder sort of thing, so that he feel fearsome. That is the promise. These are the things in medical astrology is using these things, understanding the psyche of the person, and because moon is mind. So understanding the moon is utmost important when you are treating someone and checking the mental well-beingness. So moon is very tricky planet in that sense. Other planets also, every planet has a role. Every planet got all the three roles. That's why in Navgraha slok is starting like a Brahma Murari Tripurantakari. So it's a three. So all the three, creator, sustenance, and destroy. All the three characters coming in the all the planets. But a specific, the uniqueness, moon is mind. So that study is required. So these type of verses are the blessings from Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar for those astrologers also and those doctors also who are in this one, the mental playing with the checking the mental well-beingness of anyone. That is the fact. Hippocrates, he said, he announced that one. If you don't know astrology, you are not a doctor. That's it, clear. You have to have this knowledge because this is the sixth Vedant and Ayurveda is the Up Vedant. This is the original Vedant and Ayurveda is the Up Vedant subsidiary. And today is Dhantrayodasi, Dhanteras. So Dhanvantari is coming in. He is the um, father of this Ayurveda and everything. Ayurveda started. That's why we are celebrating these festivals. All the festivals got the mythological story and backed up by the astrological, astronomical, celestial combinations also. That's why our dharma, we call it the Sanatan system, is a very scientific because all the festivals are backed up by the planetary combinations. So in fact, that's truth. Like astrologers are running the show basically, because all the festivals, everything, it's all astrology. Without astrology, there is no muhurt. How can you get the muhurt? So how can you do the karm kand? So without astrology, there is no Veda also because karm kand you can't do anything. There no muhurt. So astrology is how important, how integrated in our system. Still today. So let's come in the next verse. Next verse, Mahaguru, Maharshi Parasar, is talking about Agamana Avastha. Verse number 56, 57, Agamana Avastha.
Okay.
You have to add something up to this one, or we proceed.
No, we can proceed. The only thing is, which I was wondering, why is it so that when in the previous avastha, in the Gamana avastha, when in the Shukal Paksh, the person is feeling more because that is considered to be more auspicious. The rays of the moon is increasing. Why the person should be more fearful in that case?
It's an excellent question, and a lot of tantric practices, and there is in Savite school also. And there are so many schools, sub schools are there, but I'm not going to tell. There is instruction from gurus. Do this sadhana on the Amavasya because moon is not coming to disturb you. So Shukla Paksh, moon is very strong. Moon can play with your mind. And if moon be play negatively with your mind, because the natal position and the transit position are interacting, the interaction is happening. That's why this promise is inbuilt in it. Because moon is in the Gaman Avastha, moon is not happy. And moon is Bali, and he is not happy. Then he will start giving the Bhaya Atura. Diwali is coming. Amavasya, Kartik Mas, Amavasya, Diwali is there. Diwali is not only Diwali, Diwali is for Kali Puja also. A lot of sadhanas are being performed because Amavasya is very good for that one. Because moon is not there. So this thing also we have to consider. Nothing is good, nothing is bad. How you use the celestial combinations, and that is the basis of the muhurta, selecting the muhurta. because they will perform what they have to do. You have to check your path, how you will just go. That a real astrologer can do, and that is the astrology only. Astrology is not to change the things. Astrology is to find the right path and give the right guidance and counseling.
True.
So this is the astrology. Astrology is not about the being a upayacharyas, and this is not. So let's come. I hope you got answer. विधवा गमने मानी पाद रोगी नरो भवे गुप्ता पाप रतो दीनो मतितोष विवर्जितः. So this is the avastha. This avastha, pad rogi. Pad means pair, the leg. Pad rogi. So there is a possibility he got some problem in his leg, and then you know that is very tricky bit actually. Gupta paparato. He is doing bad things secretly. You know, nobody know what he is doing. He is doing so Gupta pap. He is doing the Gupta pap. Mahaguru Mahasi Paras saying, and Deen Buddhi, Dino Mati. Because why one can do those things? Because his buddhi is his intellect is very low intellect, and that's why he is santos vivarjita. No santos, no satisfaction at all. Now, next, Mahaguru is going next. Sabhavastha. Sakala jana vadanyo raj rajendra manyo ratipati samakanti ha santi kritika minina. How beautifully he is using this word, you can understand. Ratipati, Ratipati samakanti. Who is the pati of Rati? Ratipati is the Kamdev. And Kamdev is the most handsome person in this celestial. So he is like that. This native is like that. He's saying. And he is a Vakta. He is a Vakta, a speaker. And Katos Upanishad is saying you can find author very easily, but you can not find orator very easily. Because very rarely orators are coming to visit this world. So Kato Upanishad gave a lot of the statistical numbers also. Like Bhagavan gave in Gita that so in 1,000 is one to attain, and then in that 1,000 is starting, and in that to one. So like that, Kato Upanishad is also talking about the orator. So this is the orator. Orator is coming in, and the Raja, the king will recognize him, and a lot of virtuousness is there in it. Now, next, quickly, I'm going in the next verse because I have to close in a 4 minute.
Okay.
I think it's quite clear. I think quite clear.
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah, quite clear. So next is Agama Avastha. Agama Avastha. Sapadi sadasiyate charu bimbe sasanke bhavati paramati priti vigyo gunischa. So, after Sava Avastha, he is a Dharmatma. And if there is a Krishna Paksh, dark, the moon is in the dark half, then there might be possibility of having two wives also. So that is also when you are checking with the wife, then here also we can have. And he is a rogi, he is a dust, and he is a hati. So these things are coming. Now Bhojana Avastha. विधावागमने मत्यो वाचालो धर्म पूरितः कृष्ण पक्षे द्विभार्या याद्रोहि दुष्ट रतो हति. That's we did that one. Just now we did that one. So the next one we are doing, the Bhojana Avastha is here. भोजने जनुनिसी पूर्ण चंद्रमा मानयान जनता सुखम नाम आतनोति वनितसु सुखम सर्वमे vanasite rathe sukham. That is a good condition. If there is a sukla paksh, there is a bright half. Krishna paksh is a dark half, है ना? If I said Krishna paksh is a dark and sukla paksh is a bright half. So sukla paksh, so he will get the very, a respect in the society. He will get vehicles. He will get the domestic happiness and all around happiness. If it is a dark half in Bhojan Avastha, he will get nothing. Everything opposite. So for Bhojan Avastha, we have to understand moon. We are understanding the moon. Then phases are very important for moon. Now Nritya Lipsa. I'm going in Nritya Lipsa. Nritya Lipsa gate chandre sabale bala vanaraha gitagyo hi rasakya krisne pap karo bhave. So Nritya Lipsa, if Sukla Paksh, very good. He is a Balwan, he is a Sangitagya, he is a Rasakya. Or if it is a Krishna Paksh, he will get nothing. Now Kautuk. Kautuk. Kautuk Bhavanam Gatavati Chandre Bhavati Nipa Tom Vadhana Tom Kam Kala Susada Kusilasya Barbadurti Man Batukam. So if it is a sorry. So Kautuk Avastha, he will get all the skills and dhan and everything, and even from the king. And there is a only possibility like he might be indulged in the love with the bad women, prostitute also. And he is in a Kam Kala Kusal. So the Kam Shastra. So he is a very expert in that. That's why he indulged in the love there. Nindra Avastha, I'm quickly finishing Nindra Avastha. निन्द्रागते जन्मनि मानवानाम कलाधरे जीवयुते महत्तम हीन अंगे ना संचित वितनासा शिवालये रौति विचित्र मुच्यते. So he is a Nindravastha. If Brihaspati is there with the moon, then there is a respect and everything. If Brihaspati is not with the moon, Jupiter is not with the moon, and moon is a chin moon, then the Istri and the Sanchit Dhan, the